That's when Whittier PD asked for the assistance of the CHP to take over the pursuit. 90 miles an hour, passing Tustin Ranch Road. CHP calling it a suspect in a drive-by shooting attempt in the city of Whittier. We're getting confirmation that from the CHP on that as well now. And look at the distance. This guy's pulling away from the CHP. They're doing the best they can to be safe. But this guy weaving in and out of that carpool lane, weaving in and out of traffic, using all the lanes. And initially, you know, the majority of this pursuit has been slow, or at least freeway speeds maybe a little bit higher. And then all of a sudden, when he got past the Disneyland area, this guy just hit the gas and took off. Looking up ahead on the freeway, there's quite a bit of traffic out here tonight. It's definitely moderate to almost heavy at times, and look at this, he's using every inch of this freeway to get around vehicles. He should be approaching Culver Boulevard on the 5 southbound. He'll have the 133 freeway, in fact, first, and then the 405 El Toro Y. Thank you for that, Jack. 18 minutes we've been on this chase. According to our assignment desk, it seems like a lot longer, but it hasn't been. But this guy's been going at such a high rate of speed. All of a sudden, starting back at the Disneyland area, he just started ramping it up. He went up to 70, 75 miles an hour. Then he just accelerated 80, 90. I could hear the officer behind him counting out the speed on his speedometer. Just as I'm saying it, he was basically saying 70 miles an hour, now 80, now 90, now 100, and now that's what he's doing. He's doing 100 here. Unbelievable speeds, weaving in and out of traffic. And the traffic seems to be thinning out a little bit here as we reach the area near the Spectrum Mall down in Irvine. We're coming up on that in about a mile. Approaching Sand Canyon. Look at that. He's using the shoulder to pass that. Wow. Unbelievable. Splitting cars right there at such a high rate of speed. You know, at this speed, those cars come up on you so quickly. And you literally have seconds or a second sometimes to make that decision of which way to turn that car. And now he'll have the El Toro Y in the next about mile or so, passing the Irvine Spectrum Shopping Center. Slowed down a little bit now, about 90 miles an hour. And look at that. They're going to hand off to the next agency of CHP. That CHP taking over. It's like a relay race. He's going to hand off to the southern units here as the Westminster units will drop off and hand off to the next division of CHP. And of course, California Highway Patrol notifying the other agencies down here in South Orange County that a pursuit's coming their way. And I'm going to switch over to their frequency right now to continue with this. "95 miles an hour," they're calling it. And a sheriff's helicopter overhead with the night sun. We got another bridge there, but that'll clear up shortly. Look at that airship cut through our picture there. Almost fooled us there. That guy pulled all the way over to the slow lane. CHP was kind of shadowing him in the fast lane. We lost him behind the bridge for a moment. And when he went under that bridge, he slid all the way across lanes and then slowed down. Look at those speeds. Now through the El Toro Y. Oh, just missed that car. He just moved onto the shoulder of the road there just to avoid that car, but barely missing it. Weaving in and out. Traffic heavy. Whoa, he came really close to that car. Very, very dangerous for these drivers out here, not knowing what's coming up behind him. A car 95, 100 miles an hour. Look at this guy all across lanes. It's unbelievable that he's able to sustain the speeds he has. Look at the traffic starting to really bunch up here. And there he goes again, across the lanes. The driver wanted for a drive-by shooting in the Whittier area. We understand that there is only one person in the car, the driver, armed with an unknown weapon. And there he goes. Whoa! Oh my gosh. How did he miss that van? I don't know. He just barely made that transition on that lane change. Wow, that was so close. Coming up to Alicia Parkway. Oh, look at it. He might be getting off here, Alex. Okay, taking an off ramp. He's going to take this really fast. He might lose control. Hard on the brakes. Oh, look at that. Oh, comes up on traffic at the end of the off ramp. Oh, what's he going to do? He's splitting cars. Unbelievable. How did he get by? Look out. He's going to hit. Oh, he did not get hit by that car. That car coming through on a green light like he's supposed to nearly hits the suspect vehicle. CHP stuck on the off ramp, but wow, unbelievable close call. Here he goes. He's going to take the freeway back north. Northbound 5 from Alicia. He exited Alicia and nearly crashed into a car coming through. Actually, the car nearly crashed into him as he made his way on that off ramp. It's unknown if he hit any of those cars that he split. He split the lanes, basically, on that off-ramp, and wow. We're hearing that, oh, look at, he blacks out now, northbound 5. Northbound 5, passing Los Alisos, coming back into the El Toro area. Blacked out his lights. Now, here he goes, he's exiting El Toro Road, coming off, Alex. It's a long, windy off-ramp. He's going to come to the end of it. Let's see which way he goes. Lights back on. Look at that. A CHP unit trying to block the off-ramp there, continuing through that intersection. He's got cross traffic. He goes right through. He's going to go under the 5 freeway. And now he's going to come up to a lot of traffic. There's always a lot of traffic in this intersection right here. He makes a left turn. Now he's got a mall right here. He could turn into the mall, and there he goes. He's turning into the mall. Whoa, he cut that guy off. He might foot bail into this mall. Let's see what happens. Mall security should know he's going to come around. Lights are back off. You can see him pretty good. Let's zoom in and get a good look at the driver. Wearing a white shirt, it looks like. His lights are off on the vehicle, coming around the mall area. And the units, we're going to lose him behind the building for a second here. Hopefully he doesn't jump out here. The airship's on him in front of Macy's. I don't see him coming out yet. Let's see. Oh, there he is. He's coming around Macy's. Here's another look into the windshield. White shirt. Reaching down between the seats. He thinks that he's lost the vehicles. The airship has him. Oh, look at that. Mall security. I don't know if that was mall security or if it was local PD that tried to take him out there. Now he's back on the major street. Here's CHP waiting for him, saying, hello, I'm ready for you. And now they're going to continue back towards the freeway, El Toro Road. Lights blacked out. He's going to come up to the freeway here. He's going to take it southbound. There he goes. He tried to fool the CHP there with a quick turn. He couldn't fool him. They're right behind him. Lights are still out. Southbound 5 freeway from El Toro. This pursuit is crazy. Lights are back on, right down the center of the freeway. Speeds are about 70, 75. He thought he got away from the CHP. The airship overhead had him the whole time. We got a good look at him as he drove through the mall. It appeared that there was only the driver, as the police are saying. Coming back up to Alicia. This is the off-ramp that he got off on initially. Ramping up the speeds again, about 80 miles an hour. This driver wanted for a drive-by shooting in Whittier that just occurred a short time ago. We've been on this pursuit now just over 20 minutes. I stand corrected. It's about a half hour now. 30 minutes, okay. We got 30 minutes on the clock on this pursuit. Southbound 5 freeway, coming up on La Paz. Orange County sheriffs are monitoring this pursuit as it's coming in through their jurisdiction, but CHP is still on it. Whittier PD is in trail. They're the lead agency, but they handed it over to the California Highway Patrol. Now look at those speeds. He's really pushing it again, up to 100. Wow, look at him take off. Okay. Talking with my pilot. Oh, he's exiting. He's getting off here, Alex. He's getting off on Oso, exiting Oso from the 5 southbound. He's got a long off-ramp here. Let's see what he does at the end. And let me zoom out a little bit. He's got a few cars there ahead of him. He looks like he's going to set up for a left turn. He got a red light. Oh, right turn. He says, I'm going to turn left. He goes right. Oh, look at it. Almost like he wanted to come back on the on-ramp or on the off-ramp. Wow, all the way across lanes on Oso. Right turn, fast, at a high rate of speed on that turn. Oh, this is Cabot Road. And coming up to a signal here. Looks like he's setting up for a right turn. This is an access road he's taking now. Let's see what this takes him to. I'm not sure if this will get him back to the freeway. It looks like it leads to a mall parking lot, according to my pilot, Alex Krewall, who's doing a great job on flying this. Very difficult to keep up with this driver. Coming up hard on the brakes here. Let's see what he's got. Okay, how's our feel? Hour and a half. We got hour and a half. He's going into that mall that we were talking about. He must like malls because here he goes again, thinking he's going to be able to get away. But look at this. He's doing like an obstacle course between the trees and all the parking spaces, coming back the way he came. Let's see if he has any police in front of him. That could be very dangerous. Look at them dive out of the way, making sure they get out of the way. But a very dangerous situation for law enforcement as he comes hauling back at him. They're trying to call for spike strips to see if they can get any spike strips in position, but it's such a difficult thing at this rate of speed. He's going to come back to Oso. Let's see what happens here, or the street off of Oso. Cabot Road was. Here he comes on that windy road. He's going to make a left turn. Officers backing up there. Again, this is an armed suspect, so the officers are, in danger here as he comes back towards them. He could very easily pull that weapon out and start firing. We haven't heard that. We haven't seen that. But he certainly could. Look at that. Oh, reckless driving right through this intersection. This is Oso. back towards the 5. It looked like the driver might have been confused there which way the freeway is now. Look at all the officers here trying to get into position. Southbound 5 from Oso. And there he goes, hitting the gas on the on-ramp. News Chopper 4 was the first news helicopter on this pursuit as we picked it up in the Norwalk area. The speeds then were about 70 miles an hour and maintained that for quite a while until he got into the Disneyland area. That's when he took off going 100 miles an hour at times, even more, even higher. Look at that. Oh, missing that car. He's doing it again, though. We got additional units up ahead. California Highway Patrol in pursuit. We've seen him go through two mall parking lots in this pursuit. He exited at El Toro Road. This is a Honda four-door out of Norwalk. The police know the name of the driver. They know the name of this suspect. Passing Crown Valley, southbound 5. Now he's slowed down quite a bit here all of a sudden. But we've seen this. We've seen him slow down. He slowed down dramatically earlier in the pursuit. Now he's kind of calm driving here. Okay, we're hearing that they're going to try to do a spike strip on this vehicle. Not going to give away the location, but they will be trying to spike strip at some point to try to get those tires popped and bring this pursuit to an end. A very dark portion of the freeway right now. He's going in and out of traffic as he's been the entire time. Coming up on that vehicle, going to pass him. That guy's hitting his brakes. This guy is not shy about using the entire freeway. Coming up on J. Sarah, southbound 5. Now we want to watch closely for any kind of spike strip activity coming up. It will be quick at these speeds. I'll push in a little tighter to get a look. It's hard to tell, but it almost looks like he has a light on there. I don't know if that's a reflection or if he's got something on his dashboard. We did see him in those mall parking lots. He had a white t-shirt on. He looked like he was alone in the vehicle. Approaching Ortega Highway now, southbound 5. All across lanes. Let's see, he might try to get off. He might try the Ortega Highway. We'll see. There's a big bus in the carpool lane. He's signaling now. That's interesting. All that reckless driving, all those high-speed close calls, and he signals to make a lane change. Now let's look at the strategy from the CHP. You can see how they're staggered there, because they're saying this guy will make an erratic lane change at the last minute to get off the freeway. They're ready for that. Orange County Sheriff's helicopter Duke 1 is over the pursuit, providing the night sunlight for this pursuit. approaching the Dana Point area in South Orange County. He looks like he's slowing down here. Don't know if that's his strategy or maybe he's having problems with the car, maybe starting to run out of gas. Here comes a handoff again to another CHP officer. He's going to take it over. Now, at these speeds, a pit maneuver might be possible. We haven't seen that spike strip. He may have evaded it. He's in the slow lane. Let's see if he exits. 50 miles an hour. Capistrano units of the CHP taken over now in position. They've been handed off the pursuit. He's coming up on the shoulder. What is he doing? He's going to rub the, wow, look at that. He comes right up against the K-rail there. Oh, around some construction cones. I'm getting a little exhaust. And, oh, it sounds like he got a spike strip. Sounds like they got him. So they set up a spike strip there. We didn't see it. I didn't see it anyways, but maybe that's what he was trying to do, was avoid it. But now they're saying sparks coming off the tires. Look at the front wheels smoking there. Exiting the beach cities. Nope, he's going to stay on the freeway. Look at that, taking out some cones. And the front wheels are smoking. That spike strip worked well. They did it in the dark spot. We couldn't see it. I don't think he could see it. And now he's going to push it. He's going to push through the flat tires. You can see the car smoking there. Those tires are smoking. He's going to be on rims soon if he's not already. Oh, look at this. He's going to hit the center divider, hits the center divider. This is going to come to an end right here. It's all over. He lost control of the vehicle. Those tires said enough's enough. And now the driver's pinned there against the K-rail, the center divider of the freeway. And his only exit point is going to be out either a window or the passenger side of the vehicle, the car. I'm going to push back in on the doubler here and get a look at what the driver's doing. He's got his hand out the window, windows down. Both hands out the window, his head out the window. He still has a seatbelt on. Again, this is... Stand by. Camino de los... Near Camino de los Mares. North of Camino de los Mares. Southbound 5, the keys, he just threw out the keys. And now they're ordering the driver to get out of the vehicle. Southbound 5, this is just past Camino Los Ramblas. Okay, looks like the driver's moving over to the passenger side. Doors opening. I'm going to push in with the doubler here to get a better look. We're a little bit away from him, but that's okay. He's surrendering. He's got his hands up. No weapons seen here. They're going to check that vehicle. Come out of my doubler and get a better quality there. There you go. Taking his shirt off. Now the CHP can see his waistband to see if there's any weapons in his waistband. He's going to go down to the ground. He's complying completely with officers here. This pursuit ending. Suspect looked like he has some tattoos on his back. Laying down flat as ordered by the CHP in the number 2 lane. Now they're going to make their approach on the vehicle. To clear the vehicle, they're going to take him into custody, and this pursuit ending a very crazy, wild pursuit. Ending very close to the Dana Point area. Look at this, the 5 freeway, southbound 5 shut down completely as they do the felony stop. Awesome, thank you. We're into Santiago. Guns drawn, the officers are going to put together a team to make approach on the car. It looks like they have a canine unit as well. There's the canine unit. Right there, he's going to... They're asking the helicopter overhead to see if they have any kind of heat sources inside the suspect vehicle, to see if there's any other potential suspects in the vehicle. Okay, they're telling him to get up. Suspect putting his hands behind his back. He's going to walk backwards to the officers. They're going to get him in cuffs, and then they're going to make the approach on the vehicle to check that out. The suspect wanted for a drive-by shooting in Whittier. Airship overhead saying that the back seat looks a little warm in the vehicle. They're able to look with an infrared camera to see if there's anybody else in there. They're saying the back seat looks a little warm. It could be that the car was traveling such a high rate of speed. Go ahead, Jack. Okay. Copy that. Seal Beach, 405. They're saying that there might be a heat source in the trunk, but again, this car was traveling at a high rate of speed. We're going to move on to another story. Thanks for watching this pursuit. Crazy pursuit ending down in it was started in Whittier, ending up in the Dana Point area on the southbound 5. Really? Nice. "70, 75 miles an hour. Then he just accelerated 80, 90. I could hear the officer behind him counting out the speed on his speedometer. Just as I'm saying it, he was basically saying 70 miles an hour, now 80, now 90, now 100. And now that's what he's doing. He's doing 100 here. Unbelievable speeds, weaving in and out of traffic. And the traffic seems to be thinning out a little bit here as we reach the area near the Spectrum Mall down in Irvine. We're coming up on that in about a mile. Approaching Sand Canyon. Look at that. He's using the shoulder to pass that. Wow. Unbelievable, splitting cars right there at such a high rate of speed. You know, at this speed, those cars come up on you so quickly. And you literally have seconds or a second sometimes to make that decision. 95 miles an hour, they're calling it. And a sheriff's helicopter overhead with the night sun. We got another bridge there, but that'll clear up shortly. Look at that airship cut through our picture there. Almost fooled us there. That guy pulled all the way over to the slow lane. CHP was kind of shadowing him in the fast lane. We lost him behind the bridge for a moment. And when he went under that bridge, he slid all the way across lanes. Decision of which way to turn that car. And now he'll have the El Toro Y in the next about mile or so, passing the Irvine Spectrum Shopping Center. Slowed down a little bit now, about 90 miles an hour. And look at that. They're going to hand off to the next agency of CHP. That CHP taking over. It's like a relay race. He's going to hand off to the southern units here as the Westminster units will drop off and hand off to the next division of CHP. And of course, California Highway Patrol notifying the other agencies down here in South Orange County that a pursuit's coming their way. And I'm going to switch over to their frequency right now to continue with this. On the freeway, there's quite a bit of traffic out here tonight. It's definitely moderate to almost heavy at times. And look at this, he's using every inch of this freeway to get around vehicles. I should be approaching Culver Boulevard on the 5 southbound. He'll have the 133 freeway, in fact, first, and then the 405 El Toro Y. Thank you for that, Jack. 18 minutes we've been on this chase. According to our assignment desk, it seems like a lot longer, but it hasn't been. But this guy's been going at such a high rate of speed. All of a sudden, starting back at the Disneyland area, he just started ramping it up. He went up to, that's when Whittier PD asked for the assistance of the CHP to take over the pursuit. 90 miles an hour, passing Tustin Ranch Road. CHP calling it a suspect in a drive-by shooting attempt in the city of Whittier. We're getting confirmation that from the CHP on that as well now. And look at the distance. This guy's pulling away from the CHP. They're doing the best they can to be safe. But this guy weaving in and out of that carpool lane, weaving in and out of traffic, using all the lanes. And initially, you know, the majority of this pursuit has been slow, or at least freeway speeds maybe a little bit higher. And then all of a sudden, when he got past the Disneyland area, this guy just hit the gas and took off. Looking up ahead,